Okay, should be hearing sound now. So this is the final of the event we've been playing to celebrate the end of the year in Thrones. And the final is between Francisco and Magnus. And it's in round one. As you can see, Tywin was set up. No respect for the possibility of march to the wall. And Francisco can't complain either, so he has the high tower, he has the icon, and now he has Renly. But we'll see what Zini marches with his Tywin. Apologies in advance for some background noise that you are about to hear very soon. Yeah. Okay, so there's 3 gold left, and Francisco's deck that he's been playing for a while has some funny interactions. So it has Wall of Roses and Offer of a Peach, cards like that, which means it's quite difficult to push challenges through, especially Rain's Trigger. So Zini is playing Late Summer Feast, which he will be playing at some point soon, I would assume. And you can't really flip out of that very easily against this deck. And also, Francisco plays Game of Thrones, which looks suicidal against Reigns, but yeah, has a very good chance of defending it. And not much claim soak, so is it worth just doing a challenge here? Or does he use Renly to stop the Reigns trigger? I mean, not much claim soak. There is the reducer, and if you're not going to march or continue with the pressure, then I guess it doesn't matter. Have an old town informer in play, but no bestow on it. Yeah, Francisco's going to play defensively here. Doesn't need to actually play any of the events. He can defend the next trigger. Banner of the Falcon. So we've not seen much success from this agenda. There was one Lannister banner of the Falcon in the World Cup for China that did quite well. And yeah, Francisco played this in the 8 regions for our Tyrell team. Thought it was a decent deck, and it's proving to be so in this tournament. So you get the +1 reserve, which was the thing that interested him the most. And the plus strength, well, you can see that Renly and the Informer do have it, and it's making a difference right now. And he prefers to defend military. He's going to get his insight. And an additional card, which means he cannot defend Intrigue, but he can defend against the Reigns trigger, for what it's worth. And still 3 gold, so maybe there's tricks still to come, and there are. Well, Red Keep cancels that, so no, it cancels the high tower. Sorry, cancels the draw. Did he misclick that, or did he mean to do that? Because Tywin now is removed. I was going to say, why bother if you have 9 cards in hand? Yeah, I thought so. You have 9 cards in hand over reserve, and there's no danger of a Reigns trigger. Could have let it through, right? And then keep that Shrewd Diplomat for rainy days. Okay. Comes in, gets him the high tower trigger. So, Tywin is going to settle for the power challenge. Now, does Francisco have any more tricks? I don't think so. And it's not worth it, there's no power to steal. He can oppose, get his dominance. Now, Francisco plays a bunch of stuff in this deck. One of the board states in an early game that I was watching was really crazy. About 10 characters in play and yeah, lots of locations, power everywhere. I think he was close to 15 and I think he had 2 power on the faction card. So in my game in the previous round, Zini played a pretty good Morgulis. This deck, I don't know, plays all the Tyrell characters really and has the Eerie, the one that protects characters from dying, which could be an interesting little battle. We have the Red Keep on the other side, but I don't think this deck plays Castle Rock to be able to use that in the plot phase. And here comes the Late Summer Feast from Francisco side against Brand the Builder. Yeah, with Late Summer Feast, my plan always is to play out as much stuff as possible that you won't be able to play in other rounds, but at the same time try not to win that many challenges. So this is one where you possibly just pass and then use your removal from challenges to make them fizzle and stuff like that. And one thing in his favor here is he knows that it's extremely unlikely for Zini to play the Harris in this deck now with Ivan in play. Get more draw. Another thing that happened in the game I was watching, I think it was something like 7 rounds, and Francisco was down to 12 cards left in the deck. So really a lot of draw here. Well, high tower setup helps, of course, and then you have Mina. And I know he likes to play Mace Tyrell as well. To use on Mina, you can bring her into play again and again, and she triggers every time. Keeps 3 hold again, and possibility of getting another Shrewd Diplomat. Yeah, Reigns, usually you used to know pretty well what was in a player's scheme plot deck, basically. But now it's a little more difficult. So if you can, I think he'll try to prevent the triggers. There could be a Wildfire Assault that doesn't really work in Francisco's favor here. Could be an annoying point in to get rid of Endless Dupe. He's really crazy. He could be even playing Red Wedding. Some mocking from the background. Yeah, people do play Red Wedding. Robert Charvet played it against Alex in the Eight Legends, although he never revealed it. It was the one unrevealed plot. Well, spending Renly on attack. Even though there's no power to steal. What's the plan here? Could be pinch shadows, of course. That's something you would preferably play around if you can. And no pinch. Maybe he thought he could tempt Zin into defending this because it's such a weird little challenge to do, right? No power to steal and there's Light Summer Feast, so it's kind of the worst challenge you can do. And yeah, the only reason why you would try it is if you had pinch and shadows. But oh, never mind. He didn't see that there was no power to steal. Well, high quality affair, obviously. Yes, for Renly doesn't get the extra trigger this time. And Francisco is awful. Castamere Rock. But no Cersei. And no Sir Pounce at the moment. No Myrcella. Now what? I think this you probably let go. No real penalty. Well, apart from the Brand the Builder trigger. Which gets Econ. Now what? This time in attempt to do Reigns. He does. Should be alright here. Wall of Roses. But no Delena. So Tywin will stand. And now we can have a look at the hand. So Alak is attempting to put her in, but there's a red keep. So Zini can decide. The Eerie is here. Starry Sap, there's Bronze, Yon Royce. What's this? This must be answered fiercely. Okay. Um, and Marjorie was also in there. This must be answered fiercely is a fun little event. He played Grand Melee in the 8 regions, forcing a bunch of characters to attack. And then he used this to put something surprising into play, which was pretty nice. But no surprise now, obviously, since he revealed his hand. So keeps the red keep, but uses the guild hall to cancel Ala. And now I guess power is the thing that will happen. Now is there's no pinch here either. The card in shadows is guild hall, of course. And takes a gold mine, which is very nice for Lannister. If you have the econ, basically every top deck is potentially replaced. It's like having a mulligan every round. And now some cards will be going for reserve. Spent one Wall of Roses and one Shrewd Diplomat. Now the Wall of Roses is more valuable, I think, because simply with Red Keep and the Guild Hall, it's going to be difficult to use characters. Okay, Shrewd Diplomat has Shadows, so Guild Hall at least. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Just doing some late night baking. What did we miss? What went for reserve? So nothing impactful here. And Hala. And now we have that Game of Thrones against supporting the Faith, which is interesting because depending against intrigue challenges for this deck, of course, is you need the gold, right? If you're going to do Offer of a Pitch and cards like that, Wall of Roses. Is it zero cost? It's Shadow 1. And Zini goes first, which is another unusual thing. If Game of Thrones is revealed, usually you'd like to go second, right? But fair enough. And he does have the gold road. To get one gold. Well, that's what Tyrion would be nice here. On the other hand, just purely on the board, Francisco is more than capable of defending intrigue challenges at the moment. Maybe you need to use the gold road just to get the red keep gold. That's a key card to have. Guildhall Steel in Shadows. If he has the gold, he can bring it out. Well, it looks like he has plenty of gold since he brings out Cersei without using the King's Road. It's for reserve, so let's see what else he does. But yeah, that makes sense that you go first if you have Cersei. Gunther and what else? It's going to use one more gold. No, apparently not. He needs to learn to count. Okay. Yeah, I did that in one of my games. I thought, okay, I have Palace of Sorrows, so that's 5 gold, and the King's Road. I have 8 gold, so I'm going to play Tormund and Azor High Reborn. Turns out I only had 7 gold because there was Kings of Winter. And I just, of course, I started marshalling like an idiot, and then it was a really bad round. Yeah, he could have left the reducer standing, right? That was the plan, or use the King's Road. Could have done this slightly differently, but let's see if it matters. Oh, he has the red keep gold now if he wants it, but surely he's not canceling the reducer, is he? Could cancel the King's Road, but I don't think so. Did he want to cancel the King's Road? But there's so much gold, I wouldn't, honestly wouldn't bother. And we have Sir Pounce now in play. So he has 8 non-kneeling in 2 challenges with Castle Rock. So that's a lot of work for Francisco to defend his Game of Thrones and defend against the Ryan's Trigger. But he does have a lot of strength himself. He can defend both of them, I guess, against the Ryan's Trigger. Let's see. Randy and the Informer, for instance, could take care of this one. Just friendly. Slightly bizarre. Need help with that? Need you do, okay. Okay, so he uses Garland. You can't cancel all the triggers, I guess. He has no limit. So Zini doesn't bother. There's also a marketplace. That's one averted. Going to do the other one. He put Tywin in to make it really difficult. He puts everyone in. Okay. Now 18. Okay, you cannot defend 18. But he can do challenges back now. Question is, does he try to get at least 14 to stop the range trigger? And what exactly is he scared of? Oh, okay. That keep used. Dangerous. If he defends with everything, he stops the range trigger. But then, against the rest of the board, he probably cannot really push anything through. He could also just eat the pointy end on Randy or whatever is about to happen. Okay, that's not a good number. It's not going to defend with 13, you see. Oh, 17, 13, because the red keep was used. Okay, so time and strength went down. But what can he do with the rest of this? Yeah, costly. However, yeah, Mina just draws one back from character, House Rebellion character being discarded. There's also, of course, High Table in play, so it's just not going to run out of cards. He's already winning the draw battle. It's on 32, Zini on 38. Of course, that's not exactly the number of cards you draw, right? It's other stuff. Depends on the setup, and sometimes there's the Harris stuff like that and pillage. But let's it's a kind of a number that you can compare. Now the question is, does Zini do military, and is this possibly one of those games where you could just go with no, okay, never mind. All of that I was thinking kill Garland, bring in Varys, see what happens, but no. Yeah, difficult to achieve much here. Doesn't bother. So Zini is winning and is close to winning this. Has the renowned, has Cersei, is going to play heads on spikes for sure now. Now what is Francisco's reset? Does he play any? Morgulis, okay. That kills Cersei and Davin leaves Tywin alive. And no gold for the Red Keep and didn't bring the Guildhall out. Which means Marjorie can trigger, she can just bring in something for Garland. What's the exact text here? Unique. I don't know, is he playing Randall Tarly and stuff like that? He should be right with the strength boosts. Well, that's not far from the truth if he has a bad Morgulis here. Could have had the Guildhall. Okay, it's Rand and Marjorie against Tywin. Now it's going to be Randall, Marjorie, and Randall Tarly against Tywin, and it'll be tough. But Zini also is playing Morgulis. He will have time to play it. Now the question is, do the characters get duped? There was a chance to bring in another Renly, but we saw the Eerie right in hand. I think it's still there. So he can play out the Eerie and use it in the plot phase on Marjorie or on Renly. That's not too bad. Anything good in hand? I'm slightly annoyed by people having 9 gold on a 4 gold plot. Happens all the time when I play against Stark and now against Lannister as well. And when I play Baratheon, I have a 6 gold plot and I collect 5, so that's really fun. That's not a bad recovery, but against Francisco's board, he's not going to get a point to enter anything here. I don't think. Well, the timing is huge and Tyrion has stealth. Ooh. Perhaps one to cancel. Or maybe not. He works until he leaves play. If you kill something. Well, Randall and Randy are 12 between them. So claim soak. That's what I was getting at. So if I have to claim Mord, cancels him anyway. There is the Guildhall in Shadow still there. Should have really brought it out unless he has some other plan for that gold. He could do two hound challenges, I guess. That's the thing as well. It's costly. Or maybe you just let him go to hand anyway. Yeah, probably do. Just want the icon to have a chance of triggering Reigns. What's the Reigns plot that he's looking for here? Pointy end on Renly. Yeah, he has the gold rod, so that's just enough to ambush the hound with some pounds again. Keep the Reigns threat alive, but I don't know what that threat is really. Varys' riddle. I don't know, that kills time in Tyrion. Leaves Marjorie alive. She doesn't trigger because she's limit one once per round and she's already triggered once. But she's the only one that survives, so. Okay. Okay. Any more tricks or is he happy to lose this one? So he has the cancels to deal with characters and he has the Hand's Judgment to deal with Offer of Witch, but not the Wall of Roses earlier. Now what does the Hound do? Spent one gold, so he's not coming back with Sir Pounce. Need to discard the card if he wants to do another intrigue and try to win by 5. Ooh. Well, that's not good. It's not good for either player, although Francisco has the high tower. That's great draw. I think he recovers from losing Old Town, but I'm not sure treachery was useful there. Probably the best card, well, not the worst anyway. Otherwise, he could have even cancelled his own hand, right? Yeah. Yeah, is the time limit going to get them? That's it's a bit weird considering how quickly Zini got to that 9-10 power. And boards are fairly small. Okay, he gets some more for Tywin. So what's the score here? Needs both still probably. Otherwise Marjorie is strong enough. Oh, he can do the gold road after the marketplace triggers. Just a hound. Okay, so those with the good memory would know now whether we have seen all of the cards in Vinny's hand, or in Francisco's hand, I should say. I don't think so. The event was discarded. It is in play now. Ala was there. Offer of a pitch he played that was not there initially, I think. And Zini possibly could even have something dead in hand, which would be unfortunate for him. And no gold mine. Why did he play the Hound back in during the challenge? This doesn't seem to serve any purpose. Gets the Hound back out. Okay. The dominance calculation in favor of Zini, who refuses to use the gold road. Wins anyway. I could have used it and brought the guild hall outright, but well, what can you do? These are really bad players. Awful, awful standard to play. Now, does he use the Eerie? Of course he does. Yeah, this is a good plan, however, he's now not really winning on the board, and the Hound is annoying. Pounce is annoying. Oh, okay. Just going for the win here. And misses. Well, well. He's going to collect 9 again. That's so annoying. Hmm. Well, leaving it pretty tight for the Hound, so he marshals him this time. He has the gold road to play Sir Pounce for the ambush if he can remember it. But Red Keep also needs some gold. Have Taxi. And does Francisco have something else? Could do with one of those shrewd diplomats. Well, there's two renown. They share a military icon. It's not very safe though. And that spends the red keep gold, but Tyrion should gain 2 more. And it's going to defend in the hope of drawing something, I think. And he does. That is ambush. Well, that's a lot of cards. He will need them, I think. Now, do we go for another intrigue challenge? Spend extra on defense. Mhm. Okay. Spends this now, not on the challenge where the two renowned guys are. Yeah, I think this could be last of the giants and teach them stories, right? You can possibly play them, and then he doesn't win. Hmm. Should diplomat now. That surely is getting cancelled. Treachery even. Why? Why treachery? Okay. Does he have any more? Spend two offers of a pitch. War of Roses is not there. Well, not like a promising Murguris, but again, Lenny Reigns somehow gets through it with that timing and his stupid gold. Let's time it out. But it's still going to be. Well, can he defend power? He can, but then the two renounce still win on the military, right? Does he defend with the diplomat here? Okay, so he's going to lose this one. And then he tries some magic on the military challenge. And there it is. He remembered. Oh, come on. What's the. Does he have. There is no cards like this that exist anymore. So,
The fourth offer of a pitch.
yeah. Nightmares? Yeah. We can congratulate him, it seems. Honestly, I thought I would beat him in the top four. I had a good position, a pretty wide board, and then Gulis hit really nicely. And he had like two characters in play, and both duped, and I just never got back into the game. And this one, Francisco had everything that his deck does, really, the removal, but I don't know, did he play it optimally? He did spend the diplomats early, challenges that didn't seem that important. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, Francisco likes this Falcon deck, and his team in the team regionals is one of the strongest ones, and maybe he could make them play the Tyrell Falcon. But yeah, it's not a joke deck; it's a strong deck, as you can see. It's got to the final here, but just short. Could have worked out better. He had the removal and had the characters, but yeah, just too much crap coming in from Lannister. And I wonder if, honestly, if just letting the Reigns trigger through would have been better at some point, because I don't know exactly what plot can really hurt. He would play probably some kind of point, yeah, but okay, you still have a board from there. Mm, okay, so we'll leave it here. I'll just show you how this finished. I'll report it so that you can see the champion and some pavilion points on offer here as well. Got one for Baratheon, yay. And so Magnus wins with Lenny Reigns, Francisco, Tyrell Falcon, and we have Selkor also with Stark Winter making the top four. And Bara Brotherhood, we have 21 players showing up for this one, the one last event of Thrones in 2023. And we look forward to the upcoming Team Regionals event. It's called the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms. This time, okay, the players have not been entered yet, but there is a team's jousting pavilion entry somewhere. Well, there used to be. So let that be it. You can join me again in the new year for some more Thrones videos. And in the very near future, we'll at least try to get the Champions of Westeros recorded. It's going to end in the following 2 weeks. This one or two top 8 games still to be played, and then we'll see if we can record some of the top 4 action and the final as well. So, thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.